Listen, dog.
I want to do the prank.
I play a lot of. That's the wrong fucking prank. I play a lot of games. I can hee and ha with the greatest. Disrespect coming from my child.
It kills everybody vibe and energy.
I'd have put his head through a wall. I seen something just a little while ago, right? It was a video of Waka Flaka. He was talking to some chick. I don't know. It was like an interview, podcast type of thing. She asked him, "Your wife and your child stranded in the ocean. Who do you save?" He said his wife. And the niggas is mad at that. Motherfuckers is upset. It's just that simple. So now that we got that bullshit out the way, now that that's out the way, let's get into some other things. You know what I mean? Some much lighthearted things. Some funny shit. I'm a funny guy. I do funny shit. I'm a funny guy.
You funny? Who told you was funny?
I mean, I've been told a time or two.
I told you was funny?
I'm a funny guy.
Did I ever tell you was funny?
You don't have to tell me I'm funny.
I'm asking a question. Did I ever tell you was funny?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
But even if you haven't, you don't really have to.
No, I just want to know.
You laugh at. Well, I be dead serious sometimes, and you be laughing like I'm not. I don't be joking half the time.
No, let's get into it. Let's get into it. This funny guy. I tried to do a prank today.
What?
I don't appreciate that he just killed my prank.
What prank?
My prank I did today.
That shit wasn't funny to me.
Listen.
Shit wasn't funny.
Now, I know y'all seen the pranks where all the mothers said something to the kid and it's to get a reaction out of dad. And then they be like, no, it's a prank, it's a prank. Where the kids say, shut up. I can't even post the prank because he just took it to a whole nother level, which he don't tolerate the disrespect and stuff like that. Man. But a lot of these dads, they were serious too, but his just was like
I don't play
scary.
That shit. I don't play that shit.
It was scary.
I don't play that shit. I don't play that. And it's another layer to this. There's another layer to this. You're not his mother.
I know, but the thing is, listen, hear me out.
That makes the disrespect worse to me.
I get it, and that's why we did it the way we did it. Because I said I knew if it came from him, on top of him saying it, I said it's not even believable because that's not his character. But I said if Jaira was to say it, I said he might say something, but he ain't gonna really say too much. So we went with Jaira saying it and him just ad-libbing.
The ad-lib almost got him fucked up.
All he said was like, right. That's all he said was right.
And it almost cost him his life.
Or he didn't even say to shut up, y'all.
It almost cost him his life.
Jaira, I
don't tolerate that.
This how the prank went. I said, Jaira, make sure you go do your chores too, because you wasn't here yesterday. She like, oh God, okay, Mom. She was like, you already said that already. Can you just shut up? And then he was like, right. And I was like, I said, it ain't no right. She's like, no, I'm not being rude saying it. I'm saying it nice in a nice way. I said, how you say shut up in a nice way? And then he in the background like, y'all joking, right? Y'all joking. So Jaira in the kitchen like laughing, and I'm like chuckling but trying to be serious at the same time. And then it just went left because he waiting. Y'all joking, right? Say y'all you joking, right? And EJ was so damn scared he couldn't even get joking out yes or no, to where I was like, it's a prank. But
listen, dog.
I want to do the prank.
I play a lot of. That's the wrong fucking prank. I play a lot of games. I can hee and ha with the greatest. Disrespect coming from my child.
It kills everybody vibe and energy.
I'd have put his head through a wall. You tripping?
Yeah, like, that's why I had to.
It was pissing me off, but what was pissing me off the most is the non-response. That was pissing me off even more.
To where it made you feel like it was more serious?
I know you. I'm speaking. Is this a joke?
He was scared. He was waiting for me to say prank. He said he was scared.
Like, yo, my man, open your fucking mouth.
He was scared.
Because it's about to get dark in here.
He was scared.
It's about to get dark in here.
And then when you start, I said, it's a prank. It's a prank. And
he should have opened his mouth.
He was too
He
scared.
should've opened
He was
his mouth.
stuck. He was scared.
Shit was about to get dark.
He was scared. He needed me to save the day, and I'm just like, it was a prank. It was a prank.
See, you set him up. It's your fault.
No, I didn't,
set him
because the
up.
thing is, wasn't even the one that said shut up.
You set him up.
All he said was
See,
right.
I can't
he
do
said
much.
right.
Look, when it comes to her, that's your job to kick her harder.
But
it's not mine.
we was gonna do him, but then the way he was saying it wasn't believable. To where you would have knew he was joking, and you a kill a vibe like that, a joke like that, and be like, yeah, all right, whatever. But I knew if Jireh did it, we wasn't gonna get the reaction with Jireh, because Jireh is not your biological kid. But I'm just like, okay, we could do that because
I wanted to, but I know I have boundaries in that area. You feel what I'm saying? But with mine's, ain't no boundary. That's mine.
But you could have spoke. You could have said something. It don't got to be hands.
Nah,
because there's a lot of people, the guys, they just went up and was like, whoa.
Nah.
And then it's over.
I'm not that guy.
You could have said something.
I'm not that guy.
But no, I already knew.
Disrespect.
I already knew that you wasn't going to say something to Jireh, and it was going to defeat the purpose of the prank, because with me getting on her is supposed to be for the guy reaction. That's the purpose of the prank.
Yeah, that's the wrong prank to play with me.
I guess.
Disrespect to an adult is the wrong prank to do with me. Wrong one.
Well, enough about that. You said you're a funny guy, so tell me a joke. Make me laugh.
Ain't nobody telling no jokes, man.
Make me laugh.
Ain't nobody telling no jokes, man. Talking about that bullshit got me
Mad
feeling
all
away,
over.
man. That shit got me feeling away.
Mad
But
all over
anyway,
again.
let's moving on. I seen something just a little while ago, right? It was a video, Waka Flaka. He was talking to some chick. I don't know. It was like an interview, podcast type of thing.
Uh-huh.
She asked him, "Your wife and your child stranded in the ocean. Who do you save?" He said his wife. And niggas is mad at that. Motherfuckers is upset. I do believe there's a reason. I do believe I understand the reason why people are upset. So I can't really blame them too much. I believe people feel the only people that feel a certain way about that answer are people that are like us, where you're in a relationship, but there's only one parent. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like there's stepchildren and all of that.
Right.
So anytime you get into the space of talking about putting the wife before the children or the husband before the children, they speak from a sense of not the people saying it, but the people that's reacting to it.
Oh, okay.
They're speaking from a sense of, well, this is not his kid, this is not her kid, so I gotta do what I gotta do for my kid. I believe that's the lens that they see it through. Now, for me, the only right answer for me to that question now would be to save my children, because their mother's gone. I can't. There is no make another one, because that was his response. He was like, I can make another one. That was his response. But if that's their kid together, I understand it, because I don't give a damn what religion you fall under, whether it be Christian, Catholic, Muslim, and all of that. It goes God, husband, wife, children.
Right.
That's just what it is. That's just because my father told me this to my face. He said, if it ever came down to a situation where I had to choose y'all or my wife, y'all asses is out of here. He told me this to my face. So I was raised in that type of environment. My mother came before, in my father's eyes, my mother came way before us. If it was a situation where he had to choose between my moms and us, if let's just say the police came and said, listen, man, either these kids got to get the hell out this house or she got to get the hell out this house, me and my sisters would have been homeless. Dead ass. No bullshit. So it's like, I understand it. Because like I said, from a religious standpoint, that's the structure. There's a hierarchy.
Right.
That woman was there before these babies were made. Without her, there would be no babies. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand his point when he says that, but then I do also understand the world's view, because they view it from the lens of most homes. I ain't gonna say most. A lot of homes now have step parents.
Right.
That's kind of rough. It's kind of rough. Where you
Because I feel like in a situation like that, it's kind of like a damn if you do,
it
damn
is.
if
It's
you don't.
absolutely.
Because it would be hard for you to try to save both at one time because we're saying in the middle of the ocean, the weight, trying to get them to safety. The weight will pull you down trying to save both.
If we keeping it a stat, if we keeping it all the way a stat, let's just say you and EJ, y'all fall in, y'all both fucked. Because I'm not jumping in. I can't swim. Then we all three of us are going to be fucked.
What else? In a situation like that, I could swim. The thing is, with the weight of him not being able to, because the person that can't swim will bring you down.
Anchor.
They will bring you down. So it's just like, the only thing is he would have to listen and I would try my best because the ocean is big. So I can try my best with telling him to, move them feet, and I can hold you. But it is only but so much. And if whichever way it go, it go.
I pray to God it never
I
happen.
just be like, I tried.
I'm not jumping in. I'm not. I ain't jumping in.
Well, anytime we get around water, you're going to need a life vest.
I'm cool with that. My black ass ain't jumping in.
Well, if you got a life vest on, you can jump in.
Yeah, I probably won't.
Because you can float on water.
I probably still won't.
Come on, I need you not to be scared in that moment.
I probably still won't.
In that moment, I need you not to be scared.
I probably still won't. If y'all close enough, maybe. But like I don't, like I said, I get it. I understand it. I understand his point of view, but I also understand the point of view of the world. I get it.
My thing is, if it was a situation, we just gonna say the kids in the water and you, it's gonna be the kids. It's gonna be the kids due to the fact that my thing is you panicking, plus with your weight and everything, it would be hard for me to try to save any and everybody.
Well, first of all,
the thing is this. I wouldn't be able to do nothing with you. I wouldn't be able to do nothing with you, but my thing is, you know how to tread water. You know how to tread water.
I don't.
No, you do. I done seen you in the pool.
I don't know how to tread water.
Listen.
I be standing with my feet on the bottom.
No. You done I have video of you swimming. But
that
my
shit
thing,
ain't going far.
But my thing is this. You have to understand. Whether it's doggy paddling, the swimming that you do know how to do, you can get yourself to safety if you calm down without the panicking.
I don't know.
Depending
on how far that bitch is. See, my thing is, my panic comes from when if
you can't touch,
if
you
my
feel nothing
feet
at the
not
bottom.
touching the bottom and my head above water, it's quiet. I might be a body.
What Les Brown said? You change your mind, you change your life.
Fuck all that.
No,
might be a body.
No. You gotta change your mind in that situation. You gotta think. When me and Quana, we was on them jet skis and she was pregnant. I was on the back of her. She said, "We're about to go right." I tilt over right with her. We fell over left. The shit tipped over. So I told her, I said, calm down. I grabbed the jet ski. I took her hand and brought her to the jet ski.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have made it.
But my thing is, I told her, just hold on, because you have to tell a person to calm down, because like I said, a person that can't swim will make you drown. And then it's kind of like I got on to drive back and she was pregnant. So the other person came to help her get on the jet ski, and then I just drove us back. But in that moment, both people can't panic. I don't know. I told you, I don't know what it is, but when certain situations happening, I have this calm about me, so I can think. I can't.
I can be
panic
calm
and react the way someone else do.
I could be calm in any other situation. It could be fire. It could be, you know what I'm saying?
You could be calm in fire, but water,
listen. It's something about that water, man. I can't get jiggy with it. It's something about that water. I've been calm in a lot of situations. I'm talking like getting
I think because I'm
stabbed.
just used to caring for people, it's just a natural thing if somebody need help for me to try to help them the best that I can. I don't be thinking about me. I don't think about how deep. Because the moments of you thinking and stuff like that, the time is going by and things happen in seconds. But chaos happen in seconds.
Being realistic with myself, just off instinct alone, I might jump in. Just off pure instinct. I know I joke a lot, but I'm just saying, off of pure instinct, I would probably jump. Seeing, especially my babies, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna jump. Am I gonna survive that jump? Probably not. If I can get them somehow and push them and throw them and they be straight, I probably won't make it after
My
that.
thing is, once you get them close enough to safety to run off on the sand or wherever the hell, if they're not that far out in the middle of the ocean, because middle of the ocean, that's something different.
It's quiet. That's why this chick said the middle, not close to shore, in the middle. Y'all on a boat in the middle.
It's scary,
and you just tip. If I could get them
feel like
close
somebody in that ocean, whether they are on a boat or something, somebody will be able to help you. All it is just still trying to float, tread water, the little swimming you know how to do, kicking them feet. Somebody's gonna see you to be able to save you.
I don't know. That's why I don't even play like that. I don't even play around. Like the little baby boats. I'm cool. Y'all have fun. I keep my ass on land. I'm not going. I'm not doing no kayaking. I ain't doing no paddle boats. I ain't doing the boats that you pedal with your feet. I ain't doing none of that. Ever. Ever. Cruise ship, we can get it cracking. I'm cool with that. Until that shit start to little wobble.
But you know they wobble, they go down too. You saw the cruise thing I sent you where the water came, broke the window it was our Titanic time.
It's in God's hands at that point. It's in God's hands at that point.
It's always in God's hands.
Regardless
of the situation, it's always in God's hands, regardless of the situation.
I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say my prayers and hopefully I make it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I make it. I mean, however it go. I ain't got no control over that. But that little boat, I ain't getting on that. I'm cool.
So I have to come to grips with, if anything happened in the water, I'm dead, and my husband is not gonna help me. It
might be quiet.
It ain't no might be. You're telling me now. You're telling me now.
No,
Anything with water, I'm dead.
You
said off the strength of I get the situation.
I just said off instinct, I might jump.
No, you might jump to help your kids. So my mind, listen, me and my mind, if the kids is in the water and something happened with us, the kids have a chance.
You said
I'm only as good as
you said you
I
know
can
how to
swim. I'm only as good as I can swim, and I might be dead.
You said you can swim, right?
I can swim, but when you said, like you said, the middle of the damn ocean, anybody get tired.
What they tell Nemo?
I ain't got nowhere to put my damn.
What they tell Nemo? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Whatever. Everybody feet get tired. I mean, I could back float and stuff too. But it's only but so much you could do.
I can't do all that.
It's only but so much you could do.
I can't do all that.
I could do that to where if I get tired this way, I can back float and I can. But like I said, I would have to keep twisting and turning because your legs are still going. Your legs are still going.
I don't know, man.
I'm not a swimmer.
I just felt like
professional.
I felt like it was a good conversation to have because, well, first and foremost, let's call a spade a spade. Most people don't know what the fuck they're gonna do in those situations. Cause I've seen people say what they would do in a situation, then that situation presents itself, and they freeze the fuck up and don't do nothing. So you don't know what you're gonna do in a certain situation.
I know what the fuck I'm
until
sorry,
you're placed in that position.
I know. Listen, if I could sit there,
I'm right here.
Get mad.
You gotta chill.
If I can sit there and not panic and save my friend that was pregnant, if I see my kid, I'm jumping in there.
I'm not talking about
period.
that. I'm not talking about.
No, but you're saying what people say. No. Oh, so what are you talking about? You talking about any situation?
I'm talking any situation.
Oh yeah, no. Okay.
It's easy to say, yeah, I jump in. Hell yeah, I'm gonna jump. You don't fucking know what you're gonna do. You don't know what you would do. Like I've seen people say, building on fire. I go in there. You don't know what you would do. You don't know. You've never been in that situation in your life. For you to just automatically assume that you would run into a burning building, like, come on now, let's be for real. Which, like I said, I've seen situations, I've seen it firsthand. People say, "Oh, I would do this in this situation," or "I would do that." It don't even gotta be life or death. It could be little. I seen a dude get knocked out. Nigga, that shit couldn't be me. Nigga got knocked out the very next week.
No, people do talk about. I get what you're saying because you have people to where they say if you walking out your spouse and they sleeping with somebody else, everybody know what they would do.
It's
when
easy to say
you
that.
might just cry and run out the damn house.
It's easy to say.
But then you have some people that really, they might think they'll be the crier that walks out the house, and they might be the one that start tearing shit up. So
it's like that.
I get it.
So you, like I said, it's easy to say. Me personally, it's easy for me to say that I'm not gonna jump in, but I know me off of pure instinct. I just might. Even though I know for a fact I can't swim that well, off of just pure gut instinct, I may jump.
I feel like you would jump off the strength of you being a protector. With that being attached to you, I feel like you would do it. Now, once you get in that water, all you can do is the best that you can.
It's in God's
but I
hands
feel
after
like
that.
with you being a protector, off of instincts, like you said, you will jump in that water.
I probably won't make it, but it is what it is. Like
You
off
tried.
of just
You
instinct, I might jump.
I feel like on the strength that you trying, I don't think you would just be a hero or heroic. I feel like God will let you make it.
But I just think
because He know your heart.
I just think people need to understand the lens He's looking at it from and stop looking at it from the lens of, well, I'm a step parent or my child has a step parent. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe most people that don't understand the hierarchy in relationships, because like I said, it's hard for me because I understand the dynamic of how a household is supposed to be run. I lived it.
Right.
I understand that there's a hierarchy, but there's also, my situation is different because I am a step parent. You are a step parent. I can't sit up here and say I put you before them. I couldn't say that. Now I'm not saying that I don't, but I'm just saying, like, realistically, I can't sit down and say if it came down to it. If it came down, like, all right, perfect example. If it came down to it, right, and you told me, oh, I don't like them, then I would have to choose them and go. I would have to. And vice versa. If I turned around and said, you know what, yo, your daughter get on my nerves. I can't stand your daughter. She can't be here. 10 times out of 10, you're going to say, okay, cool, I'm out.
It was fun while it lasted.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like if we were the parents of all three, that's different. If you were their mother, if you was all of their mothers, it's different. Then you take that place automatically. Cause that's how I ran the shit when I was with their mother. I'm like, nah, big dog. There's a hierarchy here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and I understand it's hard for people to wrap their heads around it when you have a step parent in the home. It's different. And I understand it. I get it. I understand it. But realistically, he's not wrong. His answer wasn't wrong. Because if that's his wife, that's both of their child, you can make another one. You know how hard it is to find like a wife or a husband? You know how hard that shit is? Especially nowadays.
Right.
You know how hard that shit is? People be talking all that shit. Oh, I'm going to say my kid, I get another husband. Okay. Okay. Good luck.
It's the chances of running. They are out there, but it's the chances of you running into them.
Good luck. But this is the part that everybody tends to forget. They have to want you back.
These are facts.
They forget that. That's like all these delusional women. Oh, I want a man that make $500,000. He has to want you back.
A lot of women. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, we ain't getting. I ain't even listen. I don't even want to talk about none of that.
It's not
nonsense.
realistic.
But it's just like you got to understand. You saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna save my kid. I can get another husband." Then you say, now you save the kid. You go out there and look for another husband. Let's just say you do find a husband, but that nigga don't do even a third of what your first husband did. Now you just like, it's bullshit.
Well, you gotta deal with the consequences.
Or oh boy, he jump in and save the kids. I get another wife. Now you get another wife. She do dicks. Now what?
Here you go. Here you go.
Your first wife ain't never cheat on you. Shorty out here, she is getting it in. Now you sad. I miss my old wife, man. I should have saved her.
Well, that's the consequences you got to deal with for your choices that you made.
The only time I understand it, like I said, if it's a step parent situation, I get it. I understand it. You know what I mean? I understand it. Now, outside of that, shit might get a little dark. People don't like the answer. I get it. People don't like it, but it is what it is.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying as far as the hierarchy, how it goes with the mother and father of the kids and everything. But it just would probably look away in people's eyes.
Don't care.
But the thing is this. Even though it's another woman and your kids are your kids, the same thing applies. You can have another kid.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Why can't you?
I can't. Well,
you can't replace
you
none
can't
of the
replace
kids.
none of them.
Even if it was from the mother and father, you can't replace that kid if, God forbid, just something happened to that kid,
right,
just that had nothing to do with this water situation. Right. And if y'all decided to have another kid, that other kid still can't replace that kid that you lost.
Well, that's
from both of you.
I'm not replacing nothing because I'm done having kids. That shit is quiet. It is over with.
I'm done too.
Quiet.
I'm glad we on the same page with that.
It is quiet.
Shop is closed.
Ain't no more babies. It's quiet. So, God forbid.
If y'all see Miracle Brown, that was his fault.
Bullshit.
Miracle Brown.
Ain't no Miracle Brown over here. It's quiet. But, like I said, I understand both sides of the argument. I understand it. Do I feel he's wrong? No, I don't. I study a religion. And in that religion, that is how it goes. It goes God, husband, wife, children. And then everybody else after that. Your family, grandmother, aunts, or whatever.
But my thing is, off of what you're saying with the religion that you study, if it goes like that, even though your situation is different, it still would be your wife opposed to your kids, regardless of the situation.
Yeah. On a religious level,
yes.
Yeah.
But if it's just because of the situation at hand, I understand
consciously, I think I would freeze. I would freeze in that moment, and it's like a double-edged sword. Like it's like you said, it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It definitely is that. But
because if let's just say it was that way, and I grabbed you, and they like, oh man, he a piece of shit. He just you know what I'm saying?
But then it's like if you grab your kids, then you gotta worry about John saying like you ain't saved my mother.
And I'm still a piece of shit.
Either way,
I'm still a piece of shit. Either way, I'm a piece of shit.
You gotta hear it from the people that you don't care about, and then you got Jaira.
But either way, I'm a piece of shit. And then let's just say, like I said, I grab you, and then fucking EJ's in there, and he might be like, why you ain't grab EJ?
You can't win.
I'm a piece of shit either way.
Whoever is the person saving can't.
I'm a piece of shit either way, which is why I said off of instinct, I might just jump in, toss shot, and then it's over with for me because I'm going after that.
Where we're in the middle of the ocean, you can't toss us nowhere.
Yes, you can because you fell out of a boat. She said they fell out of a boat.
So you didn't tell me about this boat.
Yeah, they fell out of a boat. Toss shot up in there, and then I'm be like Jack, just.
First of all, no, because if you can toss the kids into the boat, you could kind of pull, because them little boats ain't really. You could hold that boat for leverage and still be like, grab my hand. You can save everybody if you're thinking.
Depending on how far y'all out, it's quiet. It's quiet.
Listen, if you can grab two kids and throw them on that boat, you can sit there and still whether hold the boat for leverage or I could swim. I can swim to you and you can reach that hand out while you holding the damn boat so it don't fucking leave us. And then I jump on the boat too. Everybody's safe. You just gotta think.
I guess.
You gotta
but
think.
I'm just saying, anything dealing with water, it might be quiet for you, boy.
It's not gonna be quiet.
Might be quiet.
My thing is, when you jump in there, You ain't jumping to try to get to the bottom. You just kind of jump in and stay afloat, because that's the thing. Once you go down, that's when the panicking and everything.
You know how much I weigh? Just talk about, it ain't no jumping in lightly. My ass is going to sink.
No. It's only going to sink if you don't move. If you panic, you're going to sink.
I can't.
You're not moving your legs.
I can't tread water. I really can't. Like, just sitting still. You know how people sit still and they just be... I can't do that.
It's arms and feet.
I can't do it.
Yes, stop saying you can't.
I can't do it.
We would be dead because you be in your mind.
I've tried it 1,000 times. I cannot do it.
You know I've been on vacations with you, right?
Yes.
You know I've seen you in the water, right?
I've never treaded water. I've always stood up. I've always stood up.
You swim.
Yes. In like 4 feet of water. Where I can stand the hell up.
It was 6 feet.
I've never been in 6 feet.
Yes, you have.
I've never been in 6 feet of water in my life.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I'm 6 feet tall. I don't get in 6 feet of water.
Yes, you have. You swim from here.
Listen, I'm telling you some real shit.
I'm telling you, I'm going to show you these videos because you know.
6 feet of water is too tall because it's over my head.
You know I record everything.
Yes.
So I will show you.
So please show me, because I can never recall in my entire life.
I will show you because you know I record everything.
Because I don't.
All I gotta do is put a year and a month, and I have everything. You know.
Whatever.
You know how my Google backup is.
Whatever. So, anyway, we're gonna end this right here.
He tried to kill off the whole family.
Listen, man.
I can't.
Listen, man. Shit might be quiet. Sorry. Love y'all, but shit might be quiet.
What love got to do with it? Stop thinking to jump in there.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway, that was our time this week. Now, as far as an upload schedule, we don't have one. We're going to try and do at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? See if we can keep that kind of consistent with once a week. You know what I'm saying? With schedules and all of that type of stuff. So we'll figure it out. But we'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm your boy, Clips the General.
And I'm Vonna Be the Great.
Catch you on the next one.
Tuning in. How you do it?